Hello everybody, this is going to be a reading for Pisces for January 2016. I will do the regular 5-card spread, and I also have 2 cards for the overall energies for 2016. I was going to do the entire year spread, but I was told not to do that as there's too many moving parts every month, so giving specific reading for each month was going to be not very productive, and I was told just to do an overview with 2 cards. So that's what I'm going to do. First and foremost, thank you so much for watching, for subscribing. Thank you for your wonderful comments. Without your comments, this would make no sense. Happy New Year. I hope you had great holidays. Let's start with the reading. I just lost the train of thought. So let's start off with the reading. In your crowning position, or what is happening right now, we have a card called Power. And that's number 8, and right off the bat you have Major Arcana, which means this is a message with significant content. But the message, the card was shown to me in reverse, okay? And 8 is a number of stability. It represents how stable you feel, not only within yourself, but also with the environment around you, or in the environment around you. And what he is saying to me is that your own sense of power is feeling a little bit shaken up right now. And that is shaken up due to some circumstances that have taken place over holidays. That's exactly, I literally verbatim just said, repeated this. So that's, he's saying it feels like your footing is not firm on the ground, and it's to do with either a quarrel with a family member or with someone significant to you, or some situation that took place over the holidays. So that's what's happening right now. Now let's see where this is all stemming from, or what is contributing to this situation. So in your recent past, we have the card called Harmony. This is a number 6, and again, this is a card that's a Major Arcana, another major component of the message, or significant component in the message. And 6 signifies number of family. So this is, he's saying to me that the quarrel, or you feeling like your power is feeling a little undermined because of some situations with a loved one, okay? This card in a traditional deck is called the Lovers. So this could be conflict within yourself, or this could be a conflict with somebody else. And I do hear the word family, so I'm going to go with that, and hopefully that makes sense to you. And please do remember, this is a very general reading, so it may not apply, it will not apply to everybody. But that's where this is coming from. And I do get a sense it's close family. So that's what is contributing to feeling the way you do right now. What's just around the corner, or what will be happening in the next 3 months, I'm being told, is the card is called Disruption. And guess what? It's another Major Arcana. So this is a pretty significant reading. Disruption, basically this guy looks like he's sliced into pieces and none of them align. So he's feeling uprooted or disrupted. But this card is shown to me in reverse. Okay, so what I'm being told is that despite what you're feeling right now with regards to you and your own power or your own significance, it isn't going to be a major thing for you going forward. In other words, it's not going to significantly impact you going forward. And he's saying to me that at this point it's more of a headache than anything else, and don't give it any more significance than it already is. And I do feel like there was some pettiness surrounding the situation or the quarrel. So though you may not be feeling great right now, this isn't going to follow you in the near future. Okay, and he's saying to me, leave the past behind. There's no point in rehashing anything. So again, this is very specific, and I'm hoping this is going to make sense to you. Okay, in your distant past, what we have, the card is called Sacral Chakra. Okay, and the card is shown to me yet again in reverse. Okay, so what this is saying to me is that somewhere down the line, your sense of self, has felt undermined. And I wonder if that's why you had this quarrel with somebody. Maybe it's because you felt enough was enough, or maybe you felt enough is enough. That's what I want to say. And you decided to speak your truth, or you decided to say something, and that's where things kind of went sideways. So, but that's in the distant past. All he's just saying is, listen, this is where this is coming from, so that you understand and you hopefully make a meaning of this as far as what the situation involves. Now, the card I'm always most excited about is the card in the distant future, because that's really saying what's awaiting you. And I want to say past the next 3 months. And what we have, the card is called Victory. Victory and success. And it's shown to me again in reverse. Okay? And he's saying to me that there is a possibility of you not letting go of this situation. And I feel I want to say I would advise you against it. Now, just because the card says you will feel that way, it doesn't mean it's gospel, and it doesn't mean it's written in stone. It is basically saying, based on what's happening right now, the tendency for you to not let it go is quite great. And now that it's being told to you, there is a chance for you to maybe rethink your steps and change your position on the circumstances. So, and again, it feels very much family related. So maybe you're going to feel like you want to hold a grudge, or maybe you feel like because you were wronged, you're not going to let this go because you're right. If this is the stance you're gonna take, or if this is the stance you want to take, I don't feel it's going to adequately serve you down the road. And I want to say it is just not worth it. And again, the words pettiness is coming to my mind, and so I'm going to say it. It signifies that there was some pettiness involving this situation. You are advised to let this go and just let the water be under the bridge. Is that the right saying? I'm being shown water under the bridge. Let it slide. It is not as important as you give it importance. And in a scheme of things, it is actually quite small. So again, this is quite specific. I hope this makes sense. Now let's see what the cards say for the overall energies for 2016. So the first card we have is financial and material changes. And this is a card that very much responds to I have. So our physical aspect, our relationships, our finances, our health, our jobs, our careers. But the card is shown to me in reverse, okay? And what he's saying to me is that don't expect too many significant changes when it comes to finances, okay? And I'm being told to say status quo. So perhaps to some of you it's not a great thing to hear, but perhaps for some of you it's actually a great thing to hear. Maybe some of you have been feeling that there's a lot of volatility in finances, and now by being told that don't expect volatility, it's actually a good thing to hear. So that's what the energies are for 2016 with respect to your financial house, health, and career. So I want to say status quo, which even though status quo typically signifies no change, I actually feel good about it. I feel stable about it. I feel like I want to go, okay, you know what? Status quo is actually something that I want. Maybe you've experienced a lot of changes, and maybe the boat has been rocking for some time and for far too long. And having stability is actually a good thing. Okay, so that's the first card. The second card is from my second deck. It's the deck of angels or archangels, and what the card says, patience. So I'll read to you what it says. It says, Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. So I'm going to see how this is connecting to this reading, or perhaps it is not. Perhaps this is something different. Okay, he's saying it's something a little bit different. So the card I just read, patience, though it does have significance to the situation you are just leaving, I want to say it is also separate and connected to other things in your life. And what he's saying to me is that a lot of patience is required for you to have for the next 6, 8, 12 months. And interestingly enough, he's pointing me to this financial changes and material changes and not being there too many. Perhaps you are feeling like you want changes. Perhaps you're feeling like you want movement. But they're saying, listen, for the next little while, it's going to be status quo, and you need to have patience, okay? Around the corner, or what I perceive to be around the corner, is next year, and I'm seeing the number 2017, there will be a lot more chances and opportunities for you to work very hard and make significant changes. But I feel like this year is, again, I want to say status quo. So in many respects, this is a very comforting reading, because it literally says, don't expect too many changes. There's not going to be a lot of volatility. Have patience with yourself and with your surroundings, and just take this day by day for the next little while. It is 2017 that's going to be much more significant to you with respect to growth, and I want to say financial growth. I also hear school and study, and this was also something that was on the card. Perhaps that would also be part of your year of 2016. There's a slight chance, so this may apply to very few of you, certainly not all of you. Nonetheless, this is a very powerful reading, and I do feel like there's a lot of information for you to take from. And as I'm saying this, he says, don't be stubborn. So whatever that means, don't be stubborn. Okay, thank you so much for listening. Please share, subscribe, like. Please let me know your comments if this made sense to you. And of course, again, this is a general reading. If you would like a private reading, please feel free to comment or to contact me with the information provided below. Every Sunday starting tonight, January 3rd, I will be giving readings live on air with another medium for 2 hours. Feel free to call and have a reading. This information is also down below. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you in February, and best of luck. Bye.